Yo, living in this chaos, I can see it clear. People slacking off, yo, I can feel the fear. Trying to make it big, but they just playing games. While I'm busting my ass, they just chasing fame. What's the point of grinding if you don't hold it down? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let this dream slip, let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let this dream slip, let's break those chains. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. It starts with me and you. Yo, living in this chaos, I can see it clear. People slacking off, yo, I can feel the fear. Trying to make it big, but they just playing games. While I'm busting my ass, they just chasing fame. What's the point of grinding if you don't hold it down? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let the dream slip, let's break those chains. But let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? We want the glory, but do we want the grind? Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want it, it starts with me and you. Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want it.
In a world full of takers, I'm done playing nice. Gave my heart to the wreckage, but they all roll the dice. Helping hands, they just spit, so I cut the string. Let them drown in the lessons, they don't want the sting. Let them die, let them burn. Watch the fire ignite. Let them go, let them burn. Watch the fire ignite. Let them go, let them learn on their own. You did what you had to, now let it be known. Stop feeling guilty, shine bright on your way. Those who belong will come back one day. Back one day. I've been full of the love and the nurture they seek, but tough love's a crime to the weak and the meek. Flip the switch, now I'm walking away from the grind. I'm paving my path, leave them lost if they're blind. It's not my job to carry, let them stand tall. Let them go, let them burn, watch the fire ignite. Let them go, let them learn on their own. You did what you had to, now let it be known. Stop feeling guilty, shine bright on your way. Those who belong will come back one day. It's my job to carry, let them stand tall. Let them go, let them learn on their own. You did what you had to, now let it be known. Stop feeling guilty, shine bright on your way. Those who belong will come back one day. So walk on by, let them face their own plight. This season's for you, go ahead, claim your life. Oh, 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 let you learn on their own, on their own. Come back one day. Oh, oh. One day, Let them go, let them go, let them learn on their own. You did what you had to, now let it be known. Stop feeling guilty, shine bright on your way. Those who belong will come back one day. They'll come back one day. They'll come back one day. They'll run on their own, on their own. On their own. They'll go back one day. Don't go back one day.
Tech coach Ralph, tough as nails, no disguise. Pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains. But trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love. Results shining bright like stars above. Tech coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. Tech coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing today? We're starting a little bit early today because, well, it is election day, and I don't want to, as we were finding out who's going to be the next president of the United States, I didn't want to be on live. So I said, you know what? We had the day off today so we can go vote. So I said, let's start early. Let's start early. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. How is everyone doing today? Let me say a quick shout out to my people who are already here. Shout out to my guy, Yakar, Mr. Make Tech Great Again in the building. We got Prince Marky D in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you doing today? And my guy, Telltale Woke. What's up? What's up? What's up?
We the best.
All right. So this is, today is Tuesday, November 5th, Election Tuesday, 2024. This is the Tech Q&A show. The link is pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description. If you want to call in to have a conversation about tech, shout out to my guy, Rod Brown, and to Fanny P, who called in last week. the lines are, actually, no, the lines are not open. Let me open the lines right now, just in case anybody wants to call in and have a conversation. You do not have to be on camera. So just letting you know that if you want to call in, it is open. If you want to call in, we can have that conversation about anything in tech or career related, and I will do my best to answer your question. But we're going to jump into our agenda first. First and foremost, on Election Tuesday, did you go out to vote? Did you go vote today? Let me know. Whether you did or you didn't, I won't pass judgment. But just curious who went out there and voted today. All right. With that being said, next up, I just want to say a big thank you to all of the subscribers, the new subscribers who are helping us grow fast. We were at 1.7 thousand subscribers, 1.75 thousand subscribers already. Thank you so much for how you help us grow the channel and for all of your support. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
And of course, a big shout out to all of my tech savages out there. Those are my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy members, my technical explorers, all of my Patreon members. Thank you so much, and keep up the hard work that you're putting in every single day in and day out. They work so hard so that they can continue to go to where they want to be. Shout out to all of you. And of course, I gotta say a big thank you and shout out to the Tech Mercenaries. Those are the YouTube members. And of course, always can never forget. Shout out to the bag chasers out there.
Money.
And last, certainly not least, I don't know the name today. I don't know if it's Mr. Technique, if it's the Make Tech Great Again crew or the Tech Poogies. I don't know the name anymore, but shout out to them. Your car running the crew over there.
Hey.
All right. So with that being said, do me a big favor on your way into the show. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content, as well as go to techcoachralph.dev, sign up today, get access to exclusive content, as well as the opportunity for signing up for one-on-one coaching with me, where I will help you help yourself so that you can run it up and you can make your way into this tech game. All right. That is techcoachralph.dev. You can sign up for free, and then you can see all the things that we have to offer, and then you can upgrade from there. Right. So techcoachralph.dev. Do not hesitate. Go and run over there and sign up today. Okay. With that being said, let's get some housekeeping out of the way, our live show schedules and our pre-recorded content schedule, right? So Sunday afternoons, we have software explorations. We're going to be going live this Sunday. We're going to be continuing to work on our DevOps journey. We're going to continue working on maybe not Firebase, but we're going to continue working on deploying the Urban Dictionary of economic data that we use on Saturday mornings. Tuesday nights tonight, we have Q&A where you can call in. I have questions. You can ask me questions in the chat, whatever you want. We're going to answer some questions and give some insight into this tech game. Thursday nights, software explorations. We are continuing to work on our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data, building out the application, our dictionary app, using React, using API, using Express, all that good stuff, right? And then we have our morning shows, Mondays and Wednesdays. We start between 7:30 and 8 a.m. on the East Coast time, where Coffee and Kata, we review some news stories, as well as our continuing to work on our mobile development for our time cost calculator, right? And then lastly, but certainly not least, we have our Saturday morning show, The Men Lie, Women Lie, but Numbers Manipulate. And that is where we review the weekly economic numbers to see how things are going in the economy, how the jobs are, how people are feeling about the economy, how producers are feeling, how consumers are feeling, the price of goods, all that good stuff is what we do on Saturday mornings. And it is co-hosted by my best friend Mitch and my homie for life, Yakar. All right, with that being said, let's jump into our pre-recorded content real quick. So Mondays, we have candid conversations where, I just share my thoughts with you to help you get the right mindset so that you can make it into this tech game and this career leveling up phase. Wednesdays, we have software explorations, concept and overviews. I think tomorrow we're going to be talking about the full stack engineer role, what it takes to be in there. Is it for you? Things like that. Fridays, we have the bug bite, where we just review different software industry related bugs or cybersecurity hacks, things of that nature. And then we have shorts and clips from the Q&A show. Like from today's show, you're going to probably see a clip from it in a few months, because we break it down, make it a small digestible piece, because sometimes people consume content differently. So I just make it available in many different ways. All right. So with all that information being said, that is why you have to like the video, you have to share the video, you have to subscribe to the channel, and you have to hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live and drop new content. Like I said earlier, check out the Patreon, techcoachdrop.dev, where you can get access to even more content that is going to, like, very targeted content, strategies that it's going to help you level up. And you can sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, and we can run it up together. All right. So that being said, let me check the chat real quick before we get into our Q&A for tonight. All right, nothing in the chat yet. All right, cool, perfect. So let's get to it. And remember, if you want to call in, I'm just going to drop the link to call in again, just in case someone wants to call in. And you can call in, we can have a conversation. But the way that's going to go, I'm going to read the question. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the timer as I answer the question, and then we'll go from there. All right. So and I wonder if Mitch is going to show up today because I have his birthday song for him. Yukar, did you know it was Mitch's birthday like 2 weeks ago? Did you know it was Mitch's birthday 2 weeks ago? He didn't tell us, but I got a birthday song for him. All right. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. You know, he might try to hide today, but we'll see. Like when he comes at the next question, after that question, we're going to play his birthday song. All right. I have it already queued up, ready to go. So he's probably not going to show up, to be honest. He probably won't show up, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So let's get to our questions for the night. All right. So let's go over here.
Another one.
Just got PIP'd. What does, not pimped, PIP'd. What does PIP'd stand for? Just got put on a performance improvement plan. So, as it says, just got on a performance improvement plan for 3 months. What should be my next steps? Am I too naive thinking I could pass the PIP and move along within the company? Should I just start looking for something new, as my understanding is a PIP is managing somebody out of the business? Any input is appreciated and completely new to the scenario. So, probably answered a question similar to this in the past, but let's put our timer up for this one, right? So, when I said this, right, last time, your card did not really agree with me, but that's okay. That is okay. But I think there's two strategies to this, right? You should always be looking at what's available out there, right? You shouldn't just like, well, this is my only hope. If I lose this job, then, you know, you should always be ready to see, okay, what's available, you know? But if you do like this company, right? If you like the company that you work for and you like the job that you do, you should definitely try to see how you can make it out of this PIP. And you should also analyze the reason that you're actually on the PIP. Is it valid? Can you learn from this PIP? Do you have because let's say you're on this PIP, right? How do we know that whatever you're on this performance improvement plan for won't carry over to the next job and the job after that and the job after that? Because you can try to run from your company, but you cannot run from your poor performance. Bars, right? You can try to run from your company, but you cannot run from your poor performance. So you should take the criticism, take the feedback, because guess what? People are not put on a PIP out of the blue. It is warned and threatened for a while. You don't just wake up one day like, oh my God, I'm on a PIP. Nope. You know when it's coming. Right? So now do you make a change? Do you make it better? Or do you run in the victim Olympics? You know? So you can work closely. And when you're on a PIP, right, usually your manager works very closely with you so that they can try to get you. I mean, what's the percentage of people who get off of a PIP? Maybe not that high, probably not that high, but use it as an opportunity. And at the same time, you should continue looking for other opportunities, because let's say you don't survive for 3 months. Okay, well, you should still be applying, but you should, like I said, you should use that as a learning opportunity to improve. See, it's a performance improvement plan for you. You might not make it to the company, but you should still work on improving. And it's unfortunate that people have to get put on this performance improvement plan before they realize that they need to make a change. Sometimes, like some people, they will see that they need to make adjustments and changes, and other people, they need to be force told that they need to make a change and an improvement. And when you're force told to do it, sometimes we get in our feelings and we reject the people who are trying to help us improve. It's unfortunate. It is very, very unfortunate. We reject the people who put a hand out for us so that they can help us rise up. And we get in our emotions and now like, oh my God, I'm on a PIP. Well, I did a candid conversation months ago, said, I am perpetually on my own PIP so I can continue to improve. I'm always looking for different ways to improve, enhancements to make in whatever that I'm doing. I'm never complacent. Because when you stay complacent, you will eventually underperform, because as things keep moving and you stay the same, then you're going to be in the position of underperforming. So you should definitely use this opportunity to work closely with the person who put you on a PIP to see what is possible and improve. Even if they end up saying, you know what, you're out of here. Hopefully you had the opportunity to improve. You know, nothing is written in stone. There's a high probability that you don't make it off the PIP, but it ain't over till you know who is starting to sing, right? And right now, I do not hear anyone singing. Just saying. I'm just saying. So think about that. Think about that. You got to play to win. You got to play to win. All right? That's all I got. That's all that I got for that one. All right, so let's see what we got. Yo, what's up, Telltale? All is well. Your car says, I don't believe in PIPs. That's the translation. Your car does not believe in PIPs. Let's see. Your car says, you see plenty of people saying they got put on a PIP. You never hear people say, I came off of my PIP. Bruh. As much as I would love to disagree with your car, I cannot disagree with them on this one. I do know one person, though. I do know one person who came off their PIP. But then after they came off their PIP, then they got shortly let go afterwards. So never mind. Actually, no. I take it back. They didn't come off their PIP. Actually, no. I take that back. I take back what I take back. Right? I don't think they made it past their 90 days. So I guess 90 days is technically a PIP. I don't know. But that's what happened.
Ain't believing us.
You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So let's jump into our next question of the night.
Another one.
laid off and frustrated. So I got laid off from my QA role in September, and I've noticed QA roles are is it sacred or scarce? Sacred. And I'm getting extremely frustrated with applying for roles and interviewing. Well, that's the name of the game, buddy. At this point, I'm ready to give up because I have applied for hundreds of QA jobs and barely gotten responses. I did about 3 interviews since I got laid off, and none of them were offers. At this point, I'm giving up on QA because the QA market is dead. Wow, that escalated quickly. All right, so let's put our 5-minute timer on this. Right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal with the QA market. The QA market is not what it used to be a while ago, right? Things have changed. The game has done changed. All right. So with that being said, you are not going to be able to use the same tactics that you used back in the days where, I'm trying to apply for a manual testing and then my resume just has a list of all the things that I do that like my resume is just the standard, like what every other QA resume does. No, it's not going to work anymore. It's time to market yourself. It is time to market yourself. Because if you don't market yourself, then your resume looks like everybody else. And here's one of the tricky parts with QA, right? The tricky part with QA is that you don't really have any work to show. Like a software developer, they can have different softwares and GitHub repos that they've done. A full stack front-end engineer, they can have websites that they've created, applications that they've created, and they can explain them and stuff like that. A graphic designer or a UI UX designer, they have a portfolio of different mock-ups and schemes and all that type of stuff that they've done. All right. A DevOps person can show like the pipelines that they've built. But what do you have as a QA engineer to show? What do you have to show? That's the tricky part, because I guess I mean, 99.9% of QA resumes, right? They're just saying, I've done this. They said, I wrote test cases. I created test plans. I did regression testing. And then they start mentioning white box testing, black box testing, gray box testing, regression testing, retesting, smoke testing, and any word you can throw in front of test. Any word you can throw in front of test. They've done that type of testing. And I said, I'm like, okay, cool. It doesn't mean anything to me. Because you can just go and say like, oh, you can go on ChatGPT. What are the different types of testing? And they give you a list, and then you just copy that list and you say, I've done all those testings. Like there's like 15 different type of testings that you can list, right? Most people, your car, shout out to your car. HIV testing, So sick of selling me. I gotta stop looking at what your car is saying. But they say all these different type of testings, and it's like, okay, I'm telling you, like I saw a resume, right, and they had all these different type of testings, and I said, okay, tell me about a time that you've used this particular type of testing, and they didn't even know what it was. I'm like, I don't care about you listing all those type of testing that you've done. I would rather know, what have you accomplished? What are some major accomplishments that you've had as a QA engineer? How did you save? Like, what value did you add to your previous company? Did you catch some type of major bug that you prevented going into production? I want to know that. Did you work on some major project that enabled your company to do X, Y, or Z? Did you introduce some type of new QA technology to your company, maybe on reporting or test case management? What did you do? What was the success of your team? And that right there is what recruiters and QA hiring managers, at least that's what I'm looking for. Like when I'm looking at a resume, I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm like, all right, you just have the basics there. Like, okay, I like, but what makes your resume stand out? What makes you unique? Why are you different? Are you different? Could I just like play Russian roulette with resumes, and I just pick one and like, oh, this resume is just like everybody else? Or are you giving me a reason? Like, what is your intro? What is your objective on your resume? Does it make me want to keep reading? I've seen people who they be like, you know what? I'm going to start looking for another position. And then they put their resume out there. And then within like a week, they're getting a bunch of different interview requests. And then within 2 weeks, it's a bidding war for them. So it's not, it's, you see, you can just apply for thousands and thousands of jobs. There's just one boot camp, right? Where they'll say that you have to apply for 3,468 jobs within a year in order to qualify, just to qualify for a refund from them. So it's not about how many jobs that you apply for. It's about the quality of the candidate. The candidate is you're the candidate. So it's about the quality of you. You're not selling yourself, you know, like in Friday. I don't think you're applying yourself, Smokey. I don't think you're applying yourself, Smokey. You gotta do better. You gotta share the value that you bring. What do you bring to the tech table? Simple as that. Simple as that. All right. With that being said, so your car said, none of them are the same. Easy money is gone. So companies are being more selective about having QA and who they hire. All facts. They usually try to hire someone who is already on the team, you know, so like, and that's why I tell people, like, I mean, this person's a little different because they were already in QA and then they lost their job. But I'll tell people who are trying to get in QA for the first time, so you might have to take a tech support role. You might have to take a help desk role and then move up in the company. Because a lot of times if you're not coming straight from college and you're just doing a boot camp and it's like the hiring market isn't the way that it is, because those boot camps will tell you that, oh, of course you can get a job making $150,000 a year as a manual QA tester. And then you go and you pay them $10,000, $15,000 for this boot camp. And then you find out that there are and then you come to this channel, right? Sadly, you come to this channel and then you find out there are absolutely zero manual QA testing jobs. And then there's negative 100 manual QA remote testing jobs. So you have to try different tactics. And yes, companies are being way more selective because, you know, there's multiple things to getting into QA because you need to be able to learn the software that you're testing, you know, things like that. And your car says, HIV testing, sickle cell anemia testing, STD testing, you know, they just list all the type of tests that they have, right? And your car says, I introduced pay toilets to fund the coffee, sugar, and creamers. How much does it cost to use the toilet? Your car, how much does it cost? Is it 25 cents, 50 cents? Is it $1? Does it take credit card? Does it take debit card? Does it take Apple Pay? Does it take Samsung Pay? Does it take Google Pay? Does it take EBT? Did you consider those? See, your car, don't make me pull up your Trello board and see if you have all those different payment methods on there, you know? And how long are you able to use the toilet for with this pay toilet that you've introduced? How long are you, like, do you have a time limit? Do you have a different tier for depending on what you need to do? See? I want to know. I want to know your car. I want to know. Okay. Your car also says, that's why I tell people cybersecurity, learn Rust and Python and Java, and you will get a job in no time. Security is becoming the hot hiring market. So that is true. That is true. However, the quiet part that your car didn't say, how long does it take to learn Rust, Python, and Java? Bruh. See, you'll get the job in no time once you learn Rust, Python, and Java, but it will take you a lot of time to learn Rust, Python, and Java. Bruh. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, I mean, nothing is easy. Nothing is free. If you're trying to get into tech, it's going to be hard. You're not going to tell me that you're going to go to college for 4 years for some kind, I don't know, political science degree or something like that. And then you try to get into cybersecurity with a 2-week boot camp. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. All right. So you got to put just as much effort in that college degree to transition to another field, right? Do they have boot camps for political science or international affairs or whatever other degrees that people take and that they can't find a job in? Do they have boot camps for those, or are the only boot camps tech boot camps? One of the hardest things to learn, is that the only ones that they have boot camps for? You tell me. All right, you tell me. All right, let me check the chat. And your car says that they only accept IOUs in order to use the toilet. What if you don't? Do you do a credit check, your car? There you go. Do you do a credit check? What's the minimum credit score do you need in order to use a toilet, your car? You see how many questions off of a basic concept that your car came up with. We have so many product design questions. There's a subscription model. We get them in big debt, and then they can't leave the company. Indentured servitude. You know what?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
All to be able to use the toilet. It's tough. It's rough out here. Your guy says that is true. You need the skills. It will take you about 2 years, but it will make you money for the rest of your life. That's why having a mentor is important. I cannot stress the importance of getting a mentor. Your future depends on it. It's really, really important. We got my guy, Mystify, in the building. Good evening, Mystify. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having an amazing, amazing day. Yours says, imagine a surgeon having a boot camp and then operating on you. Hey, they got to get hired first. Your car says we only accept 800 credit scores and above. Darn it. What's the interest rate? What's the interest rate of the IOU, your car? What is the interest rate? All right. While your car lets us know what the interest rate is, we're going to go to our next question of the night. Let's go over to here, and we're going to go with
another one.
When should QA start in a project? All right. So I'm going to give a little bit more context on this, right? So this is pretty much asking at what phase of a project should QA get involved and start to test and stuff like that. All right. So I'm going to read it for you. So QA starts. So in this person's question, it says QA starts after the pull request, pull request has been merged to the main branch. So I started a new job as a senior QA engineer. Right. So I'm going to clap it up for you, celebrate you a little bit. And have been hired to push the test automation. Right now, right now, like right now as we're speaking, right? The workflow is like this, right? Devs create a feature. The devs create a pull request. Development is ready. The code review is done on that pull request. After code review, it is merged to the main branch. Main branch is deployed to staging. Manual QA starts. They run the Cypress test. If there are bugs to fix, the fixes are pushed to master. What the? Almost said a bad word. Oh my goodness. To me, that workflow is very weird. Tell me about it. I agree. QA is always done on the branch/pull request, and only if this is okay, the branch may be merged into master. So I am not a fan of that. Let's start the timer. I'm not a fan of that type of workflow. So I do not like let's put it like this. The further that QA gets away from the development, the more money it costs. It costs you more. It just costs you more. Why do we have to get all the way to staging and merging and all that type of stuff before we can start testing? Do you know where, like, I'm going to, like, whenever possible, my very, very favorite spot to test is locally. I love testing locally. I want to be able to pull in the code, and I want to be able to run the application on my PC, whether I'm running it on Docker or whatever. I just want to run it locally and execute my test there, so I can get immediate feedback. And I want the developers to be able to run the test for themselves as well. So the developers, let's say I write these Cypress tests or these Playwright tests or these Selenium tests, whatever type of framework that I'm using, right? Let's say I write the test and I push it up to whatever the brand, the same branch that they're using, right? I want the developers to be able to run the test on demand before they need to run the regression test before they actually push their changes up to wherever, right? Before they push it up to the branch. They should be able to run it locally and get immediate feedback if it's working or if it's not working. So they should be able to run locally the unit test that they write. They should be able to run the API tests that 99% of the times QA writes. They should be able to run the UI test that QA writes, right? Selenium, Playwright, Cypress, whatever. They should be able to run those. And they should be able to get immediate feedback to see, did they break anything? Why should we wait until we are that far away from the code in order for us to start testing and start giving feedback? It is inefficient. It is costly to the company. You test on the branch that it was developed on. And if all the tests that are existing pass on that branch, then they can push it up to GitHub or whatever repository tool they're using, and then they can run the test from the CI/CD in that environment, right? Like in the quote unquote development environment, and make sure that it's working in that environment. And in that same environment, QA can start testing for the new changes and start writing automation tests on that branch. And now they can run and test these new tests on that same branch. If they have any manual tests to do it on that same branch. And then, if all goes well, then we can merge to the different environments, right? Merge your code into the main branch, which is deployed to stage, and you run your test there in a different environment with different data and see how that goes. And all goes well, then you merge it to master and you don't have to worry about it. I don't want to merge bug fixes from main to master. That's too dangerous. I'd rather get whatever bugs fixed on the local branch or development branch. That's it. I don't want it to go any further. It's inefficient and it's time consuming. Time is money. Download the time cost calculator. The link is in the chat, available in the App Store and the iOS store, in the iOS App Store and the Google Play Store. All right. Very, very useful tool. We're about to push another update very, very soon to it as well. Right. So, and that doesn't even account for talking about the test plan from before any development is even done. Being part of the story refinements, asking questions, defining the acceptance criteria so everybody can be on the same page. So now once it gets all the way to the stage branch or the stage environment, that like you're not, oh, what about this? What about that? No, these questions should already be answered from the very, very beginning. You should be meeting consistently with the engineers to get updates and all that good stuff, all right? So going to wrap that question up. All right, let's see what we have in the chat before we keep going. Memystify says no complaints and good luck on your candidate of choice. Hey, fingers are crossed. Fingers are crossed. Let's see. Your car says devs create a bug. Devs PR the bug. QA catches it and push it back to devs. What the literal? I agree, your car. I was like, what the hell is going on over here? What the hell is going on? You should define what it makes it a main branch. I think it's just like a naming thing. It's like, I guess the main branch is what gets deployed to staging. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Let's see. It says it costs more money because it takes more time. Duh, time is money. Remember the song, Hey Dirty. Baby, I got your money. I got your money. All right. Your car says facts. Ralph loves Docker. I absolutely adore Docker. That is, you know what? If Mitch was my best friend, Docker would be my best friend. We got KG609 in the building. Says, what's up, Ralph? And chat, what's good with you, KG609? Hopefully you're having an amazing, amazing day.
I appreciate you.
All right. So do me a favor. Everyone on your way in, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content, as well as go to techcoachralph.dev. You can sign up for free. I just uploaded this morning, the sprint review from our last sprint. It is such a good one. Like and that sprint review is available for free. If you are interested in tech, and this is an opportunity for you to see how these meetings go in tech, right? It is a great opportunity. It was a great meeting. Like, I was meeting with my tech barbarians and giving them some really, I don't want to say tough feedback, but really like direct, like real talk on, but it's for their own success, right? So it's for their own success. And you know, so you get to see the type of conversations that we have, the meetings that we have, so that they can level up, right? And I'm telling you, like, as I was preparing the video yesterday, I was watching it back. I'm like, man, I was so proud. I was so proud of my tech barbarians. So that is available for you to watch for free. If you are any tiered member, you get the full Scrum Night where we did our sprint review, and then we did our sprint retrospective, and then we did our sprint planning. Highly, highly recommend. Like, if you don't watch any other ones, check out that sprint review. techcoachralph.dev. It's available to. It is available to everyone, right? So really gives you some insightful information. Okay, and I always upload our sprint reviews for free to anyone who is a member of techcoachralph.dev. All right. just wanted to share that with you. Really, like I really encourage you to go watch that because it is going to be very, very insightful to you. Okay. All right. Let's continue on with the show.
Another one.
Confused about Playwright. So what exactly is Playwright? Well, I'm pretty sure we did a video on that on our software explorations, but it is a automation framework that is kind of rivaling Selenium at this point, right? They have it in different languages, probably most popular in JavaScript and TypeScript, but they have it available in Python and in Python, Java, C#, I believe. Possibly Ruby. I don't know. I'm not sure about other languages, but I'm sure they have it in a lot of languages and it's very popular, right? But anyways, it says, so which way do you often use Playwright? Recording or write code? Why is Playwright better than Selenium? Well, I have never said that Playwright is better than Selenium, but maybe I will today. Right? Let's start our timer. So, which way do you often use Playwright? Recording or writing code? I will never, ever, 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 ever use the recording functionality in any automation tool. Sorry, I can't do it. It is against my morals and my ethics and my hopes and my dreams and my aspirations and anything other word you can throw in there. I cannot use the recorder. Nope. Can't do it. I just can't do it.
Do not come.
Right? I write code, right? I write code. Why do I write the code? Because, all right, it's a secret. It's a secret, right? I write code because I trust my code, right? I trust my code. I don't know. I haven't used the Playwright recorder to see how good it is, but from past recorders that I've used, like especially like Selenium recorder and back in the days using Quick Test Professional, later name changed to Unified Functional Testing. The recording is terrible. Like the selectors that it would choose are just horrendous. And if you know anything about automation, selectors are everything. Because it's like maybe five to 8 main actions people actually use, but what's being selected is key. And I always want to, and like when, let's say you're clicking around something, right? Sometimes it will add additional steps that are unneeded. And then that makes your test flaky. And the worst thing that you can have as a QA engineer, it's worse than diarrhea, right? It's worse than diarrhea, is having flaky tests. The feeling that you run your test suite and all of your tests pass, and then you step away, and you pay $5 to use your car's paid toilets, and you come back and you run your tests again, and half of them fail.
Bruh.
It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, but that is because your tests are flaky. So when I'm automating, and regardless of the language that I'm automating, right? When I'm automating, I have my test case, and I'm saying, all right, I'm in the comments. I'm saying, all right, this is what I want to do here. This is what I want to do here. This is what I want to do here. And as I navigate the application, the website, whatever it is, and I say, okay, this is the code in order to go to the homepage. This is the code in order to click on the Shop Now link in the navigation, right? This is the code to click on the first product. This is the code to choose my attribute, whether it's color or size or whatever. But and then I'm like, all right, what is the right selector that's not going to be flaky? Because there are a lot of good things about Playwright. Like they have a lot of the limitations that Selenium has that it probably can't even fix at this point because it's been there for so long and it's built on top of each other. Playwright has fixed that. So having built-in weights and stuff like that, being able to download the drivers by default. Playwright is awesome. But Playwright won't even matter. Selenium won't even matter. Cypress won't even matter if you're using recorders because you're not learning how to actually write the code. And now once you come into a challenge, let's say you need to loop through every, like, let's say you have 10 products on a page, right? And you want to click through each of those products. You're not going to do that with a recorder because in a recorder, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get to the first product, you're going to click that, and then you're going to click back, and then you're going to click the next one, you're going to click back, you're going to click the next one, and it's going to be a mess. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be disastrous, right? You're going to have a test longer than a novel. You know? You're going to have code salad. It's not good. It is not good. So that is why I will never use the recording. And why is Playwright better than Selenium? It depends on what you're doing. Because if I'm going to be automating mobile stuff, mobile emulators and stuff like that, then I'm going to be using Selenium and Appium and stuff like that. If I need to use a grid, I might be using Selenium. I know they're introducing, it's in beta for using the Selenium grid on Playwright, but guess what? Playwright is still using Selenium's grid's infrastructure, So it just depends. It just depends. I'll say this: Selenium is still the most popular automation framework, right? Playwright is coming up, So me personally, I say, learn both. On this channel, we've done both like side by side in parallel, because and they're not too far off, right? And I would say, by learning both, you give yourself the opportunity to be able to apply for Selenium jobs and for Playwright jobs, and then go from there, right? That is my thoughts on that one. Hopefully, I was able to ease your confusion just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Your car says Selenium is more versatile, not necessarily better than Playwright. I agree. It just like I said, you just got to pick the right tool for the job. Car says flaky tests are like waking up to the girl the next day without makeup on. It is heartbreaking. Oh my God. And your car, not only heartbreaking, it can also be frightening. It can be frightening. And then you wake up like,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And
I hate it here. I want to go home.
Yep. It is what it is. All right. Let me see anything else. Let's see. All right, cool. There we go. All right. So let's continue on with the show. Do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content. All right. Let's go over to our next question of the night.
Another one.
What's the future of software testing? Well, that's a great question. So I have 5 years of experience in software testing, started with Which company. I have no idea what Which company is, and now working in a US-based product startup SaaS company, service as a software company. I have learned a lot in terms of testing, but I constantly feel that developers are always earning more than SDETs and QA. be it at any company. Why are you pocket watching? Why are you pocket watching? Also, SDET stands for Software Development Engineer and Test. Jobs I feel is a little non-creative, where we cannot show our creativity and build a product, but test the product that someone else have built. With advent of AI, simple unit tests are automatically written. See Postman, Postbot feature, I guess. Less salary, non-creative job, and AI taking over. We taking over one industry at a time. Do you feel that software testing would be gradually fading away? Let's start our timer for that one. And I'm going to say absolutely negative. Ghost writer, you are wrong. You are wrong.
Do not come.
All right. So here's the deal. Everything needs testing. And guess what? If AI is writing simple unit tests, you know who writes unit tests primarily? It is not QA. Maybe SDETs write unit tests. I don't know. But I don't. But if SDETs write unit tests, I do not believe that they should. I believe that SDETs I believe that unit tests should be owned by the developers. Now, they can consult with SDETs and QA, but I do not believe that writing unit tests should be outsourced to people who are testers, right? Because how are you going to get the developers to write clean code if they can write any crap that they want and then say, all right, now you write my unit test? No, you write your own damn unit tests. And you make sure your code works. Right? That's my thoughts behind that, right? Now, why do developers make more money than QA? Because they build the software. They build the damn software. They have to figure out so they have to create nothing. They have to create something from absolutely nothing. They have to take the concept the vision that the company wants to go in, the product owner wants to be built, and they have to figure out how to actually build it, how to actually implement it. So that is why the software engineers make more money than the QA, because now after they actually start to build it, then the QA needs to figure out a way to test it. So QA is always going to be waiting on the software engineers. And you see, and here's part of the problem, right? People don't want to accept their position on the team. Instead of being supportive and working with and trying to make sure that you put out the best product, you're pocket watching and you're comparing yourself to a different role. See, if that's the case, why don't you become a software developer? But then you're going to say, oh, but then the senior software developer makes more. Oh, the DevOps person might make more. Oh, like the cybersecurity person might make more. You know, now, as far as the SDET being a little non-creative, I tend to disagree with you. I think there is a lot of creativity in how you come up with testing solutions. See, I own my testing products. How can we enhance these tests? What new technology, like if you're using Python or what do you call or Node to test, like there are so many different packages that you can explore with, you can implement, and you can see, is it going to be beneficial to you or not? So I don't buy the excuse that it's non-creative as an SDET or as a QA engineer. No, there is a lot of opportunity for creativity. You can work on, all right, how can we make these tests run faster? can we what is it going to cost us to run our test using AWS Device Farm? Right? How can we get better reporting and insight to how our tests are running? What adjustments can we make? Is there a way that we can test the logs to see if there's anything that's breaking in the logs? Is there any opportunity for QA infrastructure for our tests? So many options exist, but that shows that the mindset is focused elsewhere. How can you make QA great again? That is what you have to ask yourself. How can you make QA great again? And that's the question that everyone has to ask themselves, all right? What new can you do for your role? All right. With that being said, we're going to wrap that question up. All right. Let's see what we got in the chat. Your car says, we taking over. Oops, where did that go? We taking over one test at a time.
We the best.
We the best. And your car says, facts. The designer of a building makes less than the actual builders of the building. See, there you go. There you go. And your car says, this is what your car says.
You should know your role and shut your mouth.
Your car said it, not me. It says, stay in your lane. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Good points all around your car. Good points all. See, your car is all facts tonight. Your car is standing on business tonight. All right. All right. We're going to continue on with it. We might get out of here early tonight. We might get out of here early tonight. All right. All right. So the next one that we have, let's go over to. Let's get to it.
Another one.
My manager is job blocking. What? What? All right. So it says, manager said DevOps would be a waste of my talent. I'm an experienced DevOps working on a platform, an experienced developer working on a platform team. So this person's trying to say, I am taking my talents to DevOps, but the DevOps said nope. The manager says nope, not happening. We are not going to do a sign and trade deal. During our one-on-one, I told my manager that I really enjoy working on infrastructure and DevOps work. I made a case that having a dedicated person might be beneficial and mentioned myself as a candidate. My manager replied that being a DevOps engineer would be a waste of my talent. He wants me to continue up the individual contributor developer ladder. It caught me a bit off guard and we moved on to another topic. Wondering how to bring it up again, I really think a lateral move to DevOps would be more fulfilling to me. That is an excellent question. So here's the deal, right? You can always bring up the conversation with your manager, but here's a question, right? Did you only bring up that you're thinking about the DevOps role and how it would be useful to the company, or did you also say that you're not happy in your current role? Did you tell your boss?
I'm in a bind, Nate.
And is your boss named Nate? That's a good question right there. Is your boss named Nate? Nonetheless, there's only so much that your manager can do, because if they say, no, we're not going to remove you, we're not going to move you to DevOps, and you are forced to stay in your current role as an individual contributor developer, you can always take your talents to another company who wants to hire you as a DevOps. But I would say before you do that, though, you need to express how you feel. You know how you feel to your boss. You have to let your boss know how you feel. You know, do you why do you not want and I'm not asking you why you don't want it, but you have to explain to your boss why, what is the problem that you're having in the developer role and why you want to go to infrastructure and DevOps. And does the company have a need for it? And here's another question, or another thought process. If your company doesn't have capacity for a dedicated DevOps engineer role, right? Maybe because this is what happens in a lot of days now, right? Because even I do some DevOps work. Are you responsible for your own DevOps work as a developer, where you can continue to build up practice? Does a company need a dedicated DevOps role? Are they planning to hire a dedicated DevOps role, but they just won't hire you for it? So just because you guys moved on in one meeting doesn't mean that has to be the end of the conversation. You can say, you come back to your next one-on-one, say, I was thinking about it. And I just keep thinking about this DevOps role. And I think that this is why it's important. And this is why, this is the problems that I'm currently having with my own role as an individual contributor developer. And I think I would be so much more useful because of all these points right here. And then, see how that conversation goes and say, okay, well, do you think we could try some type of hybrid approach where half of the day I'm doing the individual contributor and the other half of the day I'm doing DevOps, to see how that works out for the team, how it is for my mental acuity and sanity at the company as well? What can we do? I think those conversations are really, really, oh my God, your car wants AI Ralph on the question. All right, so because your car asks, he shall receive. Let me pull up AI Ralph as well. Let's see, let's do a call to...
Hi, I'm Tech Coach Ralph. How can I help?
Hey, Tech Coach Ralph. So I have a friend who's in a bit of a pickle, right? So he wants to go into a DevOps engineer role. However, the manager is job blocking and is saying that actually, no, you're going to be wasting your talents away in DevOps, and that I prefer that you stay as an individual contributor as a developer. What should my friend do in this circumstance?
That's a classic case of career roadblocks. Your friend needs to approach this strategically. First, they should have a candid conversation with their manager to understand the reasoning behind the decision. It might be a perception issue or a lack of understanding about what DevOps entails. Your friend should express their career aspirations clearly and highlight how their skills can add value to the DevOps role. Additionally, they could seek mentorship or guidance from someone in the DevOps field to build a stronger case for their transition. It's crucial to demonstrate how this move aligns with both personal goals and the company's objectives. If the manager remains inflexible, your friend might consider exploring opportunities elsewhere where their ambitions are supported. How does your friend feel about potentially seeking mentorship or even considering other opportunities?
Mentioning my friend's ambitions, what about their dreams, their aspirations, their goals? Should they consider that as well?
Absolutely. Your friend's dreams and aspirations should be front and center. It's crucial to align career moves with personal goals. If DevOps is where their passion lies, they should pursue it with determination. I've seen countless individuals succeed when they follow their true calling, not just what others think is best for them. It's about building a career that excites them every day. Encourage your friend to articulate how their skills and ambitions fit into the DevOps landscape. They should be ready to demonstrate their value and how this transition aligns with the company's goals. How does your friend feel about potentially exploring opportunities that better align with their aspirations?
How did you see it if you're just an AI bot?
I get it. The idea of an AI bot having a perspective might sound a bit out there, but think of me as a digital extension of Tech Coach Ralph, here to share insights and strategies that reflect his years of experience and passion for tech. When I talk about dreams, goals, and career moves, it's not just about data, it's about channeling that drive and hunger for success that Ralph instills in everyone he coaches. So, how do you think your friend can best align their career path with their personal aspirations?
I appreciate it, Tech Coach Ralph. You better thank a AI bot. You better thank an AI bot. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate the shout out. Remember, it's all about using the tools at your disposal to level up. Whether it's AI or any other tech, it's about embracing it and making it work for you. Keep pushing forward, and if you ever need more guidance or a bit of tech wisdom, you know where to find me. What's next on your tech journey?
Well, that's what AI bot had to say. And I think it was pretty accurate. Let's wrap that question up. All right. So let's see. Let me check the chat real quick. Your car says business. They don't want to see me win. Tell me about it.
They ain't believing us.
Your car says, take your talents to South Beach. And we got, look who we have. Look who we have in the building.
Mitch is today. Let's elevate. With every laugh, we know you resonate.
Happy birthday, Mitch. Happy birthday.
King, ruling with finesse, but don't get it twisted. You're truly the best. Catch these hands, just a sign of love. Happy birthday, Mitch, let's raise the toast to the one who gives us strength when we're lost. With laughter and love, may your heart soar. Here's to our friend, we couldn't ask for more. From numbers to smiles, you lift us high. Through thick and thin, you always can fly. Your passion shines bright, a guiding star. Today we celebrate just being who we are. Who got that strength, but it makes you weak. Happy birthday, Mitch, let's raise the toast to the one who gives us strength when we're lost. With laughter and love, may your heart soar. Here's to our friend, we couldn't ask for more. So dance like nobody's watching you burn it, bro. Here's to Mitch, our best friend. Let the good times flow.
That was beautiful. That was absolutely incredible. Shout out to my guy, Mitch. Happy birthday, Mitch. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, actually. But, you didn't tell us. So it's today's your birthday for us, right? Today is your birthday for us, all right? Shout out to you, Mitch. Shout out to you. Your car says, so Mitch says, just opened the YouTube, no alert. Mitch is here. Your car says, why, Ralph? Is this Barbara Streisand? No. That was the special song that was sang to Mitch for his belated birthday. Just what's going on? We're just celebrating your birthday, Mitch. We're just celebrating your birthday, all right? Toast to Mitch. Toast to Mitch. You know, you see, Mitch says that I shouldn't be this popular. Mitch, why not? Why not? Why not, Mitch? Why should you not be this popular? You are the man. And welcome. Hopefully you had a good day, Mitch. Hopefully you had a good day on Election Tuesday. All right, let's continue on to the next question of the day. Let's go to here. And do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Another one.
Freelance testing platforms. So I'm a manual tester. And I want to do some freelance software testing. Is there any website where I can get freelance software testing jobs? Well, technically, yes. Practically, So there are, let's start the timer. There are the Upwork and what's the other one? Fiverr and stuff like that you can, like, I know on Upwork, they do have postings for software testing, and you can't, like, you have to filter through it because it is a hot mess in there. It is a hot mess in there. I was working with somebody one time who was able to get a software testing gig off of Upwork, but it was for automation. But I see them. I check in there every now and then. I do see them. It is a good opportunity to build some experience up. But you gotta be able to work with them and negotiate and stuff like that. Work on their platforms, whether you're using Fiverr or Upwork. I don't know if Fiverr actually offers testing, but I know that Upwork does. So they do exist. You got to do a little bit. I think UTest might also offer, like, freelance testing. And they would offer some manual testing. Now, the question is, although you're going to be building some experience, I don't know how much people might care about that type of experience. So if I was to use one of those platforms to try to use that to build my resume, build experience, I would want to talk to the person I'm doing work for to say, instead of me putting Upwork or Fiverr or whatever, can I put the name of your company as the company that I'm doing work for? And I can say that I'm a contractor or something like that, so that I can actually have some valid experience. Now, I think you're more likely to find a manual testing position on one of those freelance sites because most regular companies, startup companies, big companies, they want to hire people who are actually doing automation, or they're going to be moving towards automation. I always tell this story. Someone who got a job last year on site as a manual tester, not even a year later, their company's having them learn how to do automation. And I told them that was going to come. They're like, I don't think I'll ever do automation. And then boom, you're doing automation. You will do automation. There is no way around it, right? There is no way around it. So I would say, yeah, like, check out those platforms, Upwork, UTest, Fiverr, and, just do some more Google searching to see if they're, but I'll tell you this, right? The pay is going to be egregious. It's going to be egregious. Bruh. Because they're not going to like pay you anything seriously, especially for manual testing. You are going to get pennies on the dollar. But if you need experience, then it is a way to build experience. If you need it to survive, then you probably won't be surviving much. It's tough out there. It is tough out there. All right. So it just depends on why you're doing this freelance software testing, because freelance software, like it's kind of non-existent, right? Like when people are building software, sadly and unfortunately, it is the last thing on, like, testing is the last thing on their mind.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's why most softwares and startups die, because they just release any old crap, and then people start using it, and then they crash and burn. Like, you're getting these security things. I had somebody that I was someone that I am coaching. I had them working for this quote unquote startup, to build some experience. And they were just exposing all of these flaws, like with open APIs and stuff like that you could just do whatever you want. And then when we questioned them, like, hey, do you know that this is open? Like, yeah, we're just kind of hoping that no one found out.
Bruh.
So it can be a mess. Like, I think that it is good opportunity and good, like, if you're looking to build experience, but to live off of, like, if you're looking to live off of the freelance software testing, it's not going to go well for you. It is not going to go well for you. I would say use it to build experience, and then use that experience to try to get into a company as a software tester, because, like, even contracted software testers, they end up working for a contracting company, because it's hard. It is really, really hard to freelance QA, because at the end of the day, most developers, individual developers, not like a company developer, but most individual developers do not really value the quality of their software. So I'm not going to say QA, right? They don't value the quality of their software. And that's why a lot of software is, as my best friend who's celebrated his birthday 2 weeks ago would say, that's why most software is trash. Most software is trash. All right. So let's wrap that question up. Let's see what the chat has to say. Your car says to Mitch, you are loved and appreciated. That is better than being popular. All facts, all facts, all facts.
We the best.
Hey, Mitch, Yakar, and I, we're going to start a show. We're going to start a show where we're just going to be, hanging out, talking tech stuff, talking tech stuff. How your car applies tech in his business life. What I do with tech and what Mitch does with data, and how they all come together. How they all come together to live in harmony, Because the way that what your car does in tech is different from what I do in tech, and what I do in tech is different from what Mitch does in tech, but they all work together. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. We have one question left for the day. Do me a big, big favor, though. If you haven't done so already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content, as well as go to techcoachrap.dev. I was telling you earlier about the amazing sprint review that I just uploaded today. You got to go check it out. It is free. Yes. Can you believe that? Free 99. Free 99. Yes. Free 99. You just got to sign up and you can get access to that sprint review where we are having tough conversations like we would have at work on reviewing our sprint. What did we achieve? What didn't we achieve? All that good stuff. And you can have insight into how it works. And then you can say, you know what? I want to be part of this. I need to learn how to work like this. And then you might end up becoming a tech barbarian or a tech prodigy member yourself. It's totally possible. It is totally possible. The ball is in your court. All right. All right, let me see what my best friend Mitch says, you know how Ralph, why did that have to pop up right then? It says, you know how Ralph is. How Ralph says he doesn't like people. That's a lie. Why do you say that, Mitch? Why do you say that? Right? I mean, I might like my best friend. Doesn't mean I like everybody else, you know? I have a cold, cold heart. I have a cold heart, right? Colder than Leonardo DiCaprio in the Titanic. And he was cold. He was cold. When he was like laying in the water on the little thing and then she kicked him away. You know, I'm just saying. Car says, I think we're wearing him down. Your car, I'm going to tell you this, your car. I am on like, what is it like? What is that saying? Like, is it super Saiyan mode or something like that? After your recent experience, I'm like, man, ain't nobody wearing me down. I stand 100,000% on my position. I'm wearing you guys down. I am wearing you guys down. That's what I gotta say. I'm not gonna read that, your car, because that's just mean. But she could have moved over. You are terrible. All right. Let's get to the last one. Let's get to the last question of the night, and then we'll talk a little bit, and then. All right. Let's get to the last one. All right. Let's get to the last one.
Another one.
Can your boss prevent you from quitting? Is quitting 2 T's? Let me see. I might have spelled quitting wrong. Is it 2 T's or 1 T? Quitting. It is. They didn't say. All right. I think it's 2 T's. Yeah, it is, all right. I got it right. It is 2 T's. All right. I like to be accurate, right? Don't like to make mistakes. Okay. So here's the question. It says, boss manipulating me to stay after giving notice. I gave my notice I gave my notice today and was met with tears and hysterics from my boss. Whoa. Sounds like we're watching a convention or something, right? She said she was completely blindsided, told me I was going to get a raise at the end of the year. Why can't it be now? Which was the first I have heard of this. Told me she was going to actually talk to me today about the issues that have caused me to quit, even though I didn't mention what those issues were. Clearly, she sees the reasons for my departure. She told me to take Friday off and then we can revisit the conversation in a few days. She also told me not to mention my notice to anyone. Additionally, she randomly struck up conversations in with my coworkers in front of me saying how good the company benefits are and all we get to look forward to during the holiday season, and how it's so hard to find a job in this market. She wrapped up the day sending me an email saying how well I'm doing and she hopes I feel better after our conversation, where I expressed my feelings. This conversation was to give my notice, which I was extremely clear on. The conversation went from how I was the best person in the position she had all the way to how bad it will make her look if I leave. Well,
It doesn't matter what you think.
just saying. With moments of anger and sadness mixed in, she even said how slow and relaxed the next few months will be, while in the same sentence saying there will be too much work for her to do alone if I leave. Hey, Mitch, did you write this, Mitch? Did you write this? I think Mitch is playing a fast one on us over here, your car. he's just trying to gas himself up of how much how much they need him over there. And he's at, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Mitch. I see what you are doing. Feeling really confused, but also feel like she thinks I'm stupid and can't see what she's doing. Am I overanalyzing, or is she trying to manipulate me to stay? I gave ample notice, but feel I should pull the plug on this early. Huh. Well, that's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one, right? Let's start our timer for this one. So, leaving a job when you're leaving on your own terms, it can be tough, especially if you are a star player, especially if you are a LeBron James of the team. They will throw the kitchen sink at you in order to get you to try to stay. They will offer you more money. They will offer you more benefits. They will offer you a better title. They'll just offer you anything that they can offer you if they really, really want you to stay. Now, on the contrary, if they don't want you to stay, they'll be like, you really don't need to stay 2 weeks. You can go now. You can go now. They do that sometimes. They do that sometimes, all right? So, I think that your manager is trying to manipulate you, but it's all part of the game. It is all part of the game, right? Because imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if your manager called you into the office and says, look, it's been a tough few years for us, right? And business is not how it used to be. We're going to have to let you go. We're going to have to let you go. And now you're going to try to say, now you're going to start to bubble up and say, I didn't have any indication or notice that this was like the company was doing so poorly and that I might be on the chopping block. And then you're like, I really need this position. I really need it. Like, I'm not prepared. I don't have any money saved up. But, I wasn't investing and I wasn't doing this and I wasn't doing that. I don't have an emergency fund. Little Timmy needs some basketball shorts for the season coming up. What am I supposed to do? Can I take a pay cut? Can I work in multiple departments? Please, please, please don't let me go. So it's the same thing that your manager is doing, And I'm trying to think. I think I've probably been like where they said, don't tell anybody. Let's revisit that. And like I think I had probably turned in a notice one time and they said, hold on to it. Let me go talk to somebody. And then they came back. I ended up leaving anyways, but I went through a gauntlet for those 2 weeks in order to leave because it was like, oh, how about this? How about that? How about this? How about that? Speaking to, almost everybody on what can we do to make you stay? But I don't like putting a notice and then accepting a counteroffer and having to deal with all of that. And now everyone, because if you end up accepting a counteroffer, right? The people that you're working with that might have been making a similar salary, if they make that counteroffer and you accept it, and like, let's say your pay bump goes way high, or you get some additional benefits, additional stock benefits, whatever that incentive that they gave you to stay, you might become a target. And one of my fears about these counteroffers, because they know that you're willing to leave, what if, and this is totally conspiracy on my end, because I never accepted a counteroffer. I have heard of some people who have, right? But now, what if like now they're worried and they're planning to replace you because you gave them that scare of leaving, you know? So they need a backup plan. They said, we can't put it all on red, you know? We need to diversify our employees, you know? So your manager's going to do everything that they can to try to get you to stay. But if you have your mind made up, then it is what it is. There's nothing that they can do about it. All right? That's my thoughts on it. It's just part of the game. It is part of the game. It is what it is, you know? It's just part of the game. It is just part of the game. With that being said, that is our last question for the night. Oh my goodness, when we do it early, we get out early. I like it, you know? Let's wrap that question up. All righty, I'm just gonna check the chat real quick and then we're going to start getting out of here, all right? Let's see. Your car says, wait, there's some more. It says he gets mad when the truth is spoken. You have never, ever seen me mad, all right? Says, you can't wear me down. I'm just chilling. It's quitting with the 2. All right, perfect. Thank you. Quitting. Appreciate it. Your car says tears. Oh, nah. He smacked. Ooh, I did not want to say it. I mean, I might have seen that in real life before. I'm just saying, I might have seen some people in that situation before. They would go to hell and back just to make sure that person did not quit because, hey, we got to have lunch. We got to have some coffee at lunchtime. Just saying. I'm just saying. I knew it was Mitch. I knew it was Mitch. Says this is an inside job. That's a fact. That is a fact. Mitch just trying, Mitch on his birthday song day, he's like, oh, let me throw this question in there so they can just big me up even more. And that's what I'm just gonna. It's just a little preview, right? And you know what? I agree with you, Mitch. I agree. Healthcare is different. Healthcare is totally different because that is a bidding war. Like they need like their nurses and all those other positions in the hospital. So they do fight for their nurses. So you are right about that. Healthcare, you're right. I agree with you in healthcare. But like I'm always nervous about it in like these tech type corporate positions because nursing, like healthcare is not really corporate unless you're working for like the office, but like if you're a nurse, if you're a patient care tech, a CNA, whatever, it is a little different because they'll fight for you because they need people to work the floor and stuff like that. So they'll like, and they offer like signing bonuses and contracts and stuff like that. But I was thinking more of like the tech side of the game, right? So you are right. You are right. Mitch says, I work corporate. I didn't say you. Here we go.
Bruh.
How do people, even when it's their 2 weeks belated birthday, how do people go from a general point talking about happens in healthcare all the time to making it personal, saying that they work corporate? I don't get it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Should we give a birthday pass today? Should we give a birthday pass? Your car, are we giving out birthday passes today? Are we giving a free slice of pizza on your birthday? On your 2 weeks belated birthday? I know you work corporate, Mitch. I was talking about the healthcare. That's all. Your car says, I grew up in a middle class family. We got my guy in the building. Javi, what's up, Javi? What's good? What's happening? Says birthday passa. You know, that's what. Happy birthday to my guy, Mitch.
Let's get it.
And then he's like, corporate healthcare. Can you be just a little bit, just un poquito more precise? Are you saying in corporate healthcare that they offer counter offers all the time and that they are not going to let you go? Which, you know what? I kind of agree with you on that too. Because, you know, I take it back. I take it back. You know what, Mitch? I'm sorry, Mitch. I take it back. Because what about the healthcare domain in corporate, right? Especially if it's in pharmaceuticals, right? Especially in pharmaceuticals, it is hard to find people in there, like for whatever that role is, because of that domain knowledge. They also get paid more. They also get paid more because finding that domain knowledge of whatever, like let's say they have QA in healthcare, but it's not, or in pharma, right? They have QA, but it's not like the IT QA. It is like the quality process where they have a tons and tons of documentation and software that they have to use and stuff like that. So yeah, in corporate healthcare, especially in pharma, because I worked in pharma before, and there's so many different regulations and rules that go on with it that it is very, very segmented, and finding people who knows all those rules and all the procedures and stuff like that, it is hard to find them. So if the company is not going to be laying off everybody, they're going to keep their employees to the best of their ability. Like if they say, "Oh, I'm going to leave," they're like, "Oh, I'm going to throw 50K at you. I'm going to throw 50K at you."
Money. Hey.
Mitch says, rarely wrong. That's debatable. But since it's your birthday, I'm gonna give that. Since it's your 2 weeks belated birthday, I'm gonna give that to you. All right. Mitch says supply chain too. Are you referring to supply chain healthcare or supply chain in general? Which supply chain is pretty hard as well. Pharma makes more than medical. To your point, most times, yeah, pharma does make some good money because it is so, like, dealing with those regulations is so hard. Like just the advertising regulations in pharma is absolutely like crazy. Like I used to, like, do you remember like when you'd see a pharmaceutical commercial, right? And then all of a sudden they're talking fast, but they're really not. Like, it's just they change the background music and they're just telling you like how if you take this medicine or this drug that you might die. Do not come. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's what they tell you. But they say it in a pace. It sounds so beautiful that you might get a high fever. You might get runny. You might get a runny nose. You might get diarrhea. You might get cancer. You might die. Right? But they say it's so beautiful that you're like, I might just risk it all. You know. So, but it's like it's part of the regulation that they have to say it at the same pace as the rest of the advertisement. You know, I used to think they just sped through it, but it's just like the way that they play the music and stuff like that. You know, it is what it is. It is like they tell you like, hey, you might end up in a body. You might end up in a body bag. But they say it so beautifully. They just got you dreaming about it. They just got you dreaming about it. All right, so Mitch says legal drug dealers. Shout out to the legal drug dealers out there. And Mitch says, I might risk it for 35 feet. Hey, depends on the quality of the 3-point shot. It depends on the quality of the 3-point shot, Mitch.
Bruh.
And Mitch says that she is losing right now. Hey, Mitch, don't take it. In 2020, they were losing right now. It's early as hell, Mitch. In 2020, you saw what happened in 2020. We just watch it. We just watching and wait. I'm about to go eat, make something to eat, and just chill for the rest of the night. It's crazy out here. It is crazy out here. All right. So that's everything for today. That is everything for today. We are going to wrap up the show. Let me get that off. And we're going to take the timer off. Perfect. So that's it for today. That is it for today. Did you guys have a good time? Did you guys have a good time?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I had an amazing time. We've never gone live this early before. I actually don't mind it, but the problem with going live this early is that I normally don't get off, stop working until 5:36 p.m. on Tuesdays. So that's why I scheduled it for 7:30. But if we like it, do you guys like it a little earlier? I can make accommodations if you guys like it a little earlier. Let me know. Your car, Mitch, let me know. Do you like it a little earlier, or I can probably push it up a little bit earlier if that works for you guys. Or if you like it at 7:30, I'll keep it at 7:30. Whatever works. Whatever works. Let's see. Your car says it's going to be a landslide. I'm just watching your car. I am just watching. Just watching. You see, Mitch says it's way too early. It is way too early. The party is gonna be with the bag changes tonight. That is true. Get your tickets. I'm going to be over there. And see, we're going to hang out. And have some fun tonight. Mitch says he agrees, but we will see. I'm not going to, we're just going to watch. Hope and pray. All right. Anyways, you guys know yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is certainly not tomorrow's price, and we pray it's not tomorrow's price. We pray for better prices. Mitch says, when does it start? Let me see if it's scheduled yet. Is it scheduled yet, your car? Let me see. Is it scheduled yet? Let's see. I don't see a schedule yet. I don't see anything scheduled yet, Mitch. I don't see anything scheduled yet. So we'll just have to wait a little bit. But you should get the notification when it does get scheduled. Well, like you said, you're rarely wrong, but this time you are wrong. You should be over there, Mitch. That's where your people are, Mitch. That is where your people are. I'm just saying, Mitch, that is where your people are. Okay. Anyways, NT-ways, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. On your way out, in addition to liking the video, sharing the video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification so you know every time that we go live and drop new content, and going to techcodraft.dev so that you can get access to this amazing sprint review that we just had and an amazing full Scrum night that we just had. And you can get one-on-one coaching with me where we can work together, all that good stuff, right? Also, drop in the chat, happy birthday celebrations, happy belated birthday. Make sure you say happy 2-week belated birthday to my best friend, Mitch. And on the way out, we're going to celebrate and dance to Catch These Hands of Love in honor of my best friend in the whole wide world, Mitch.
Yo, my boy Mitch, we don't always see eye to eye, but in the ring of life, he's my ride or die. Throwing shade with his threats, catch his hands and shouts, but trust me, it's love he's packing, not just about. We banter like kings, no one's backing down. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with a shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. We chop up the data, make those numbers dance. Talking tech battles, man, we take our stance. Chicago PD, yeah, with a squad on the lane, fighting like Ricky and Cal, bringing glory and pain. But win or lose, we're never apart. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with a shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. So here's to us, a bond that won't fade. In the ring of the streets, we've got it made.
Shout out to my best friend in the whole wide world. We are not friends. We are not friends. We are best friends. And I am going to address your comment real quick, Mitch, about this. I used to them, made me mad, so I stopped. And you said, reminds me of your pocket person. This is why it made you mad, right? Because they pocket, Mr. Pocket and King Bag Chaser shined a flashlight and a mirror on your people, and that hurt your feelings. Like, why you gotta expose us like that? Why you gotta expose us like that? And that's why you were all up in your feelings. Because it's like, this is what it is. And you're like, but why you gotta tell everybody that? Why you gotta tell everybody that? You know? So, you see me? I am for the accountability. And your card says Topanga was bad. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is fact. See? Topanga. I agree 100%. Says, I know Sean I know Sean was hitting. Oh my God. I should have read it first. I just like when you mentioned Sean, I just picked up on that, like, that show ended up pretty dark. It ended up pretty dark. That's why he was trying to come over all the time in real life. It says, boo, not you. You know it, Mitch. You know I'm right. You know I'm right on this one, Mitch. You know I'm right on this one. It's like trash. I think it rubs people the wrong way if they don't have context. Your car, they don't want context. They don't want context because your car, and that's why you get the message. Do you ever say anything about these people or those people or that person? How come you never say anything about this person? How come you never say anything about that person? Because they don't want accountability. They don't want because you could ask for context, but they get in their feelings. See, now we're doing after hours here, right? They get in their feelings, and they don't want the accountability. They don't want the light shined on them. They don't want to be told that the way that they're living is that's how I see it. That's how I see it. It says, it's crazy because I understand I'm for the people. I have a friend who was for the people as well, and guess what the people did to him? Nope. Not doing it. Not doing it. All right. Anyways, it's 7:20. It's 7:20. It's time to get out of here. It is time to get out of here. Go find something to eat and watch the numbers roll in. See how it goes. The card says all of with success do. We are for the people. That's what Chasers is about. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think it's about people who want to be about themselves first, instead of you just being around for people who don't want to be for anything. They just want you to give it to them. I don't believe in that whatsoever. You will never convince me of that. And that's why we have the Discord and Patreon knowledge. People don't join and realize we are creating wealth. See, I agree with that. But your car, they invest in themselves before you invest in them. They got to invest in themselves first. That's why I don't coach for free. I'm like, if because you start working with somebody, and then you try to give them the game, and then like 3 weeks later they get in their feelings and they're like, I'm not doing this. You're not the boss of me. I'm like, well, you pay me to be the boss of you, so like either you're gonna do what I tell you to do if you want to win, or you're gonna get the hell out. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. That is how I see it. Oh my God, I was about to end the show, but I got my guy in the building, Don in the building. What's up, Don? What's good? What's happening? Don is one of my day ones. Shout out to my guy, Don. How you doing today, Don? How are you doing today? Mitch says the market is trash. It says that's Mitch coming from Mitch, my thoughts, LOL. Your car says, your car, I don't give a flying. I'm just saying. Anyways, I really appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. I had a great time. We're going to be live tomorrow morning. Hopefully we're live tomorrow morning. And we'll see what happens. And then we have full stack engineering, like what it is it for you, premiering tomorrow at noon. And then we're going to be live on Thursday night to continue working on our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data as we continue to make progress on that. And you guys know the schedule. I'm actually going to go and schedule that the Thursday after this show. So really appreciate you guys. Mitch agrees with me that he shouldn't give a, but they keep calling him back. He wants to be the people's champ. You know whose champ I want to be? I want to be my tech barbarians champ. That's what I'm looking for. The people, my people are my tech barbarians. All right. I'm just saying. My tech barbarians, my tech prodigy, my technical explorers, and anybody who signs up at Tech Coach Ralph for free. Those are my techcoachralph.dev for free. Those are my people. Everyone else, if I can, I might. If I can't, I might. I won't say if I can, I will. If I can, I might. Right? Just saying. Anyways, we're getting out of here. You guys have a wonderful night. One last time, Mitch, for today. Happy belated 2 weeks birthday for you. Hopefully you had an amazing 37th birthday. Just giving all his information out there. This is Tech Coach Ralph with another episode of Tech Q&A. We are out.
Tech Coach Ralph, tough as nails, no disguise. Pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains, but trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love. Results shining bright like stars above. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Through sweat and tears, you help us play. With every lesson, we find our might. From morning grind to the stars at night. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed.
Yo, my boy Mitch, we don't always see eye to eye, but in the ring of life, he's my ride or die. Throwing shade with his threats, catch his hands, he shouts. But trust me, it's love he's packing, not just about. We banter like kings, no one's backing down. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with a shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. We chop up the data, make those numbers dance. Talking tech battles, man, we take our stance. Chicago PD, yeah, we're the squad on the lane. Fighting like Ricky and Cal, bringing glory and pain. But win or lose, we're never apart. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with the shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. So here's to us, a bond that won't fade. In the ring of the streets, we've got it made.
Let them die, let them go, I'm breaking the chains. You wanted my help, but you can't stand the pain. Tough love's a lesson, but you call it disrespect. I'm done with your games, man, I'm taking my respect. It ain't my job to save you, you gotta learn your lane. So walk on by and let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. You need me, but I'm
just a mirror reflecting the truth, but your vision ain't clear. You say you don't need me, but you know that I'm right. While I'm paving my path, I'm focused on my light. Let them burn, watch them fall, this is their fight. So walk on by, let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. You let them burn, watch them fall, this is their fight. So walk on by, let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. It's my season to shine. No more looking back. I built my own throne, now I'm on the right track. It's my season to shine. No more looking back. I built my own throne, now I'm on the right track. So walk on by, let them learn the hard way. I'm not feeling guilty, I'm winning today. You had your chances, but now you're out of time. I'm rising above while you pay for your crime. It's my season to shine. No more looking back. No more looking back. I built my own the right track. It's my season to shine.